Okay, so now we're talking about how do we test for 10 karat gold. In all these testings, there's going to be two types of tests. One is called a destructive test, which actually when you put the file on an item, you're going to file into the item, you're going to drop the acid directly onto the item and look for reaction. The problem is it does hurt the item and can destroy something that's worth more. There's also what we call the non-destructive test. This goes back to our stone. When we think we have something that might have some kind of value above and beyond just metal value, but we still need to know if it's gold or not, what we do is we take that item and we're going to use a very simple item. We're going to use my loop, which is made out of 22 karat gold. But I'm so confident that this is a non-destructive test, I'm willing to take my loop right now, rub it right onto the stone, and what it does is it leaves that little streak that we're talking about, and it doesn't leave any mark on my loop. So a customer that might say, well, don't touch that, I don't want you to destroy it. Well, you're not destroying it. This is basically a non-destructive test. So after we get the rub on the 10 karat, let's say we have something we think is 10 karat gold, we put it on here, we rub it. Again, we're going to go back to the three types of acids that we have. A lot of people will tell you, use the 10 karat acid, it works, but I'll tell you what, I don't use it. You want to know why? Because 10 karat acid will give a false reading on heavy gold filled. And you don't want to have a false reading. You don't want to buy a big ring that you think is 10 karat gold, then you come to someone like me that really knows how to test it, and I have to give you the bad news, it's not 10 karat, it's gold filled, because the difference between gold and gold filled is 10 or 20 times. So you don't want to make that mistake. So the 14 karat acid's a little stronger. You rub a piece of 10 karat on here. You drop, again, we're camera equipment, so I can't use these acids in here. But if you drop it on here and you drop it on, if it's 10 karat gold, it will turn a light brown color. It will not turn a dark brown color, but you'll see the streak kind of fade a little bit to brown. That means it is 10 karat. A lot of people think, well, if it didn't make it go away, it must be 14 karat. No. If it's 14 karat, again, it'll stay there, but we're talking about 10 karat. So if you put a streak on here and it turns a dark brown color, it is 10 karat. Now let's say you have a heavy piece of jewelry that you're really not sure what it is, but my gosh, if you buy it and it's gold filled, it could be a $1,000, $2,000 mistake. Unfortunately, you're going to have to do a destructive test. Even on my loop, there's hot magnet again. Even on my loop, like just say, you could find a place, even on my loop, this is my very expensive gold loop, but I could find a little flat spot on here. I could file it just like I'm literally filing my loop right in front of you. There it is. That would take off just that little pressure. You'll see a little blank spot here. I did file it, but you can always buff it back out, and I will buff my loop back out. But again, you drop the 14 karat acid neatly on there, watching your fingers because, again, you got to be careful. And basically, if it turns it dark brown on here, again, it's going to be 10 karat gold. If it turns it no color, it's 14. But again, talking about 10 karat gold, if it bubbles green, if it bubbles any color, any kind of bubbling, it's probably not gold 95% of the time.